Anyway, this you actually had a pretty good showing there. The losers finals match actually had me a little worried. I was pretty surprised on that last match. I wasn't sure if Taylor was going to be able to take back with Sopo against you, but it seemed like it might have been even, and then right there at the end, you just kind of cleaned him out.
That's more like it. There you go. Nice save.
Yeah. Trying to just... No, I'm serious. Like, we all looked at it, and we were like, wow, he actually looks like he's going to figure this out. But then, I don't know, you just kind of let him kind of approach you, and you just kind of got stuffed with down smashes and shit.
That's how it goes.
It's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Oliver? Do you feel like there was anything in particular you could have done to, like, get into his head, or maybe like not fall for a lot of his approaches? I don't know. Like, how'd you feel about that?
Last time I played him, I just platform camped him really bad, and he couldn't do anything about it. And he just kept running up and jumping into me and getting down smashed.
It seemed like you were having a bit of an easier time. Like, the Dreamland set was pretty clean. Like, you looked like you were ahead and just confident the entire time there. And there were some spaces just in and around on even Fountain where it seemed like you had an opportunity to like use some of the spacing to kind of do the same sort of thing, but it just made it much harder. Was it just the space? Is it just the bigger stage that made it helpful, or how do you feel like it could have been different?
I could have got him off stage more. I was having a hard time doing that.
That's pretty true. I noticed it was even with like some of the throws, he always seemed to be just on the cusp of like kind of getting off and like being in a position where you could like turnip camp him or just kind of space him out with floats on the edge. But it always seemed like he was just right there in your bubble.
Yeah, I never know where to attack Falco. I never know like where I'm supposed to put hitboxes. So,
and then kind of like the laser camping game just makes it harder because with Fox, it's like you can just kind of do that forever, but with Falco, you not only have to worry about kind of the damage racking up from a distance, but also just like how are you going to get in and around with that approach when it can be pretty easily stuffed by just a little 2%.
Yeah,
kind of sucks.
It's weird because Falco wants to be above you, and Fox isn't like that. So I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Where do you want me to go, Falco? I can't go below you because then you'll try to deer me, and I can't go above you because then you'll just be ready and waiting. So I don't know what to do.
Kind of sucks. People say that's a pretty disjointed matchup, but Oliver definitely makes it look pretty smooth. The only other person who I've seen him play in kind of that capacity is Keith. And they were playing at my house, actually, I guess it was a while ago now, but Keith kind of used a bit of the same strategy. Like, I noticed you were able to use on Brandon. He was just able to keep him out by kind of platform camping him and then just kind of having answers. Like, it's kind of like you got to know like the little things that Falcos are going to want to do, and it kind of depends on the Falco, I guess. Like, you didn't seem to have much of a problem with it when it came to Brandon. You seemed to kind of know where he was coming from. But with Oliver, it just kind of always seemed like he had just enough of the upper hand for it to be a hard time.
Well, Brandon sent me to losers.
Really?
Yeah.
But didn't you beat him in losers?
I beat him in losers. But
yeah,
he sent me in losers originally.
I didn't see the first match. How was the first match? Do you feel like you learned something then from him? Like it got easier to.
I was just salty, and then I started playing Falco in friendlies because I was salty. I was like, "Oh, look at my day one Falco! It's so good. Falco's so easy." And I don't know. I don't know if I learned something. Maybe I did.
I've noticed that you download. Like, I feel like you do anyway. I feel like you kind of like make it easier to deal with approaches that other people might not be able to read quite as well. But you've done that. You certainly do that to me every time we play 64. I feel like I always start off just like, yeah, fuck this guy. How can he possibly ever beat me? And then it's like, after like 5 games, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to play, you know?
I only feel myself getting downloaded, so...
That's interesting. I don't know.
I just don't feel it when I do it to other people. It just... I don't know. I don't see it as a human, if that makes sense.
Hard to say. This is not on any social media because he's too cool, but you can catch him here on like winners finals most of the time because we're trash. Keep in mind we got Fighter Flight coming up next weekend on Saturday. We'll have lots of more fun stuff going on there, and then Tune in next week to our Friday event. We're going to be doing PM and Melee double elimination bracket. We'll be starting with Melee and then obviously showing finals for both games. This has been a really fun time hanging out with y'all. We're going to be back here next week, and you can catch a lot of the matches that we've seen tonight posted on YouTube within the next couple of days. And for anyone who's interested in hanging out at our events, we are here every Friday starting at 5:30 p.m. In the Global Scholars Hall Great Room. You can find out more information on our Facebook page, which is linked in the description bubbles below you. And we also have a website at uosmash.me where you can find out more information about the players. We'll put up tournament rankings starting next week, and then have more information for you about that as we go on throughout the term. This has been your host, Uo Silent Night. We've been here with Jazz and a lot of the others. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next week.